came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause I on the wrist. On the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, please, I'm really sweet.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And off we go from Seattle. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Green 80! Move the team! Alert!
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Friday!
40's the line. Squeeze. Double dog. That's the way.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go!
Operating from the gun, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. Dancing to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
Your trip is here.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Throwing Jones. Finds his tight end Ingram. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
23 yards on the play. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Wilson throwing again. That's caught by Hollister. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Wilson will throw again. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there.
But they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, fellas.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is... This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Robbie Anderson, 67 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Jones. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On 2nd and 10, Wilson, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run this with Homer. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 3rd down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But it'll be 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike, check 33. 33. I got it.
Jones now. Going to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, 4 down.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to fire one deep up. He's got a man. Complete. 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Going on the ground with Homer. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Check, he's coming. Here we go, D, get off the field.
Front left.
Squeeze. 3 buds, 3.
Go, 14.
Check. 40's mine. 40's a mine.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it. That would move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Wilson now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Pick it up.
25.
Go. Check Mike 40. You're not ready.
Now Wilson on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Alert.
Here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Spam.
Check. He's coming. It's a party now.
Look left.
Hayward. 40's the mic.
Hey, 0.
Ricky. Check. 40's mine. 40's the mic.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
From the gun, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Second and 3. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Right, check 33. 33. Right here, right here. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Mike, check 33. 33. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 33. Go.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 51 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Rosas to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action with Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, boys, we got four down. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike.
Hey!
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Mike, check 33. 33. Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 41.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down, Giants.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, echo.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Get it.
Back to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
X3.
218, chop. Hey, Alpha. Mike, check 33. 33. Let's go, D. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Hey, get in the weight room. 61, matchbox lights. Tighten up, tighten. Hey, Sam off. Yo, go. Watch the safety creep. Watch that. Shoot.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right, and that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert, and I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Giants take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 45-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost are.
Touchdown, Giants! Jones on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Rosas good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Go. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike forward.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson steps away to his left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Check.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Robbie Anderson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Rosas now to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Giants 38, Seahawks 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
36 power. 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
From the gun, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Good job right there. Mike 40, Mike 40. Check it on. He's coming. Right here. 40's the Mike. Squeeze. Watch the screen. Watch it.
Now Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
You got motion man right there. Mike 51. Mike 51.
To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Got it. Set. Go. Mike 54. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready. Mike 54. Watch the curls. Hey, Haywood. Shoot. Check that. Look at me. Score. Hey, watch edge. Alert flare. Go. That's mine.
Jones on first down. Buying time to his left. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Check. Nice 7.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is Shepard on the catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch the screen. Yo, faster. Hit it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go.
Smooth.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Here we go.
Jones now operating from the gun. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Wilson to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He lets it fly from Lockett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 46. And they will... Set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way,